There's supposed to be music.
You're super sweet, super sweet. You're so super, super, super sweet. Never meet someone so sweet. That's why I can't believe you're really into me.
When I started Mary Kay, I thought I couldn't do it because I had never sold anything. I wasn't the most optimistic person, I had no dreams, and I was full of excuses. But Mary Kay has helped me grow and develop the giant inside of me. And most importantly, it has helped me to believe in myself. This opportunity just fits because it gives us flexibility, it adapts, and we can work it around our lives. What I love most is having the quality time that every woman would like to have to spend with her family. My children are my driving force, my reason for living, and my motivation to keep growing. And I thank God for the Mary Kay opportunity, because when I immigrated 18 years ago, I discovered that my profession would not transfer here. And I spent 9 years in an abusive relationship. But when Mary Kay came into my life, it marked a turning point for me, because Mary Kay has a foundation that helps end domestic violence. And I was impressed to see how many women had changed their lives. And if they could change their lives, I could change mine too. And I thank God for the leaders who believed in me. And I want to continue passing this legacy on to other women. Today, it is not what I've earned, but about the woman I have become. Mary Kay changes lives, and I know the best is yet to come. My name is Gayla Lopez, and Mary Kay just fits my life.
Okay. Listen to my heart beat, beat, beat. Saying, do you love me? But I'm laying below, so I put you in a song beside my heart beat, beat, beat.
Woke up feeling easy, like I'm on top of the world. Leaving all my worries and I'm heading out the door. I think I like the way we vibe. Not gonna hide it anymore.
Washing your face twice daily, yes, morning and night, is a must. It's your chance to wash the day away, refresh, post-beauty rest, and prep your skin for the rest of your skincare routine. Skin type specific cleansers can help you get the hydrated or mattified skin of your dreams. Mary Kay Hydrating Cleanser effectively removes impurities and oil and doesn't leave skin feeling stripped of necessary moisture. So skin feels hydrated, fresh, and soft after you use it, not tight or dry. If you're all about the matte look, try Mary Kay Mattifying Cleanser. It effectively removes impurities and excess oil to help reduce shine. So skin feels fresh and soft after cleansing, not tight or dry.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our Contouring 101 class tonight, our workshop. You guys are in for a treat, because not only do we have our amazing Raquel, now Allen, right? Now Allen. So congratulations again to Raquel. I can't remember, Raquel, have we had an event with you as Raquel Allen, or just a meeting?
I think shortly after I got married. I think the week after I got
The
married.
week after, that's right. She was so brave and so just like, she's a woman who can make things happen. So Raquel is a Mary Kay consultant in I get to call her mine, but also a professional makeup artist here in the Seattle area. And so she just got married herself just a couple weeks ago, May 4th, right? Yes, of course. How could I forget May 4th? just a few weeks ago. So welcome again and congratulations. And thank you for bringing us your professionalism and your expertise with our products. It's so much fun. And she has a friend with her that many of you are going to recognize. Dawn Bly is one of our consultants. Dawn, how long have you been running your Mary Kay business?
13 years now.
So 13 years. They both live in the West Seattle area, which when we live in the Seattle area, I'm Stephanie Richter, by the way, and I've been building my business for 34 years. I live north of Seattle. And when you live in West Seattle, it's kind of like living on an island. It's out there. It's out there. It takes a little bit to get to it. Beautiful area though, and I'm super excited. I'm going to be visiting them and we're going to do some beauty bars together on Sunday, June 2nd. So if you know anybody in the West Seattle area that would like to come and visit us and learn, Raquel's also going to be doing some tutorials there on that day, June 2nd, which is a Sunday. And I think it's 1 to 4. I think we're going to be there together. So Dawn is going to be Raquel's model tonight. Super excited about that. So it's not only going to be Raquel, now Raquel will actually be able to not have to do herself while she's talking. And I just wanted to say one more time how beautiful your color looks tonight, Raquel. Can you share with us what you have on?
Yes, I have the rosy nude blush on. And then I have my contour done as well, which I'll show you guys how I do it on my face and on hers because it's just 2 different face shapes.
Okay, great.
I'll walk you through it. And then I have our liquid eyeshadow on. It's the what shade is it? It's the pink one.
The pink Starlight. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure. Yes.
Raquel has been a consultant for just a couple months, so it's still learning. It's a learning process.
And then I have our lengthening mascara on, and I have our waterproof liner and brown in the water line.
The waterline, beautiful. And the lip gloss, so pretty, so pretty. It looks great. So thank you for just being such a beautiful model and also, again, using your time with us tonight and your expertise. So, all right, so we are going to be giving away some prizes tonight. So I just want y'all to know, to be commenting. I would love to know who is going to be our comment queen, and also where are you from? So if you could, in the chat, we want the chat to be super active. So in the chat, if you could please tell us where, if you're a guest, tell us whose consultant you are, who is your consultant and where you're from. That would be terrific. And then also, this is just something that I want to know because over the weekend, I had finished a book over the weekend and I was like, what's a good book out there, or a good, maybe a good series you've been watching. And I thought, I could just ask all these people. So I know this is not on topic, but I want you guys to get in the chat. So if you just read a really great book, or you have watched something really great, or you listen to a podcast or something, just type it in and share with us all, please, because this is where we get all the good ideas. All right. So where you're from, who your consultant is, and something you'd like to share that we could read, that we could watch, that's something positive and encouraging. All right. So let's see. Anything else I need to do before we get started, Michaela? Michaela is our behind the scenes girl. She's the one that makes the slides look beautiful. We're going to be talking contouring. So, Mary Kay is always, always, always. Oh, hello, Anna from Illinois. That's great. And Dawn is your consultant. Terrific. Thanks for hopping on. We were just talking about how we have, thank you, Michaela, how we have clients all over the nation. And I was just talking with Raquel and Dawn about this before y'all hopped on. So I started my business 34 years ago. Well, that was when phones were connected to walls and we didn't have internet. And, I was 25 years old and we drove everywhere to see people. And that was great. That's what worked at the time. But I think it's just so cool how, the time that we all had, those few years that we just all experienced, how there was some good things that came from it. And one of those for us in our business is the ability and the tools to virtually connect with people in such a different way than we ever have before, and in a natural way. So Mary Kay herself, who started this company and I got to be trained by, so grateful for that. She always knew. She used to always tell us, she was very witty, but she would say things like, telegraph, telephone, telewoman. It's really still the same thing, but it's those things have just changed a little bit. We still, as women, as people, but mostly as women, really are connectors. And it's so important. We all experience what that was like to not be super connected, to not be face to face, or not be, having this time where you're really interacting on a personal level, and how important that is. And we get to do this in our businesses regularly. And we are really, our roles as Mary Kay Beauty Consultants, we don't just sell Mary Kay to you. That isn't our most important role. Our role is first to educate you, to find out what your needs are and what it is that you're looking for in as far as skincare and color and body care and fragrances are some of our other lines. But mostly that skincare and color portion, meet that need and then teach you how to have that need be filled on a daily basis. So that builds those long-term relationships then. So like I said, 34 years, I've had clients for 34 years. Some of my clients that I started with way back when are still my clients today. And boy, are they like some of my favorite people. They're some of my favorite people because, they believed in me enough to give me a chance to share with them. And then they fell in love with the product, and they fell in love with the company that was behind me. And I like to say they fell in love with me too, because I sure fell in love with them. So what a beautiful way to connect, right? And so now here we are, all of us from across the nation, all over the place. So thank you for, in Colton, Washington. Where is Colton, Washington?
I think
Here, I'll
it's Easter. It's like, is it outside Spokane? It's Spokane
It
area.
is,
Maybe.
it is south
outside Spokane.
of Pullman, Washington.
Okay, yeah.
So
So
the
by Pullman.
southeast corner. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I haven't ever heard of that. I'm born and raised
Yeah,
here,
it's
but I
a
haven't heard of
very, it's a very small rural community
Sounds wonderful.
between, just tiny.
We are very glad you're here with us. What is your first name?
Teresa,
Teresa.
I'm
Dawn said
using
it.
my old work Zoom account, so.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No worries. I'm so glad you're here, Teresa. We're glad to have you for sure. And Anna from Illinois. So I love it. So, all right. So let's see. Am I missing anything else before we can start, Michaela? Let's just flash it at me if we need to. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and just let Raquel take over, and let's just get right to the teaching. You guys all ready?
Yes, ready to go. Okay, perfect. So as you all know, we're going to be learning a little bit about contouring today, and I get to contour this beautiful face. So before I start contouring, I just wanted to briefly go over contouring on different face shapes. So it's important to know how to properly contour your own face, because that can really make or break the look for you. So for example, like me, I have a very short forehead. So for someone who has a really small forehead, you don't want to contour the forehead because it's going to make it a lot smaller. So the contouring basically is going to create shadows, and it's going to make the face either longer, shorter, it's going to bring everything up. So with the cheeks, I mean, when you contour your cheeks, the purpose for the cheeks is you want to bring, everything up instead of dragging the face down. So for a small forehead like myself, you wouldn't want to contour like up here. You'd want to just really concentrate your contour on the cheek area, maybe a little bit on the temples here, and then anywhere else you would like to contour. So if you want like a really nice illusion of a jawline, you want to contour right over here. You might want to contour a little bit on the chin, the nose. I have a bigger nose, so I love to contour my nose to make it just a little bit slimmer.
Oh, good. That's one. Yeah, yes. Contouring the nose, please. Teach us that.
I've been contouring my nose for years.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn.
And And that's the other thing too, like learning how to properly contour your nose as well, because you can make your nose look a lot bigger if you don't contour it correctly. So you want to make sure, you know,
It's not lookable.
to contour the nose, if you want to make it look smaller, you want to like really go in a lot closer to the center as opposed to contouring like too close to the sides here, because the further apart you go with the contour, the bigger the nose is going to look. Yeah,
Okay.
so you want to make sure you're really centering it and really making it closer to the middle of the nose if you want to make it smaller. If you want to have like that cute little tip of the nose situation, you can kind of contour up here, this bridge, and then down here, and then highlight in the middle, the tip of the nose. And that's really going to give like a really cute rounded nose effect. So there's contouring is really fun. You can change your face shape. You can change things that you don't like about your face.
That's amazing.
Yeah, without having to, you know, have surgery or, you know, so yeah. And then also going back to face shapes too. So I talked a little bit about, you know, my short foreheaded gals. Someone who has a really big forehead, for example, that's when you really want to go in and contour the whole forehead to, you know, make it appear smaller. And then you really want to concentrate in the middle of the forehead. You want to make that area light.
Okay.
Yeah, that way the forehead appears smaller. And then again, contour the cheek area, the nose, the chin, down here if you really want to. I usually don't contour down here, but I know a lot
That's
of people.
because you're young, Raquel, because you're young and you haven't you haven't experienced the fuller neck experience yet. So yes, I do contour along here.
Yeah. Yeah. So some people, yeah, so you can contour along here, or you can just do like right here.
Yeah. Okay. So here's
Mhm.
something that might help. It helped me when I was learning about contouring. When you think about because contouring is like you talked about that shadowing, right? So if you think about like a picture or a painting, any painting or any photo that has a shadow in it, it pushes it back, right? It pushes it back into the picture. Same on our face. So wherever you put the contour shade, it's going to push that and create that shadow, push it back into the face. Anywhere you highlight is going to cause to come off. So light and dark, just the same thing. If you think about like a picture, a painting of a house, and they put the little light in a window, it makes that looks like those windows really pop off the painting, right? So it's that same kind of concept. And so I love how you were explaining on the nose to, because that gives that more narrow. If it was way out here, it would give that a more wider, bigger, because it pushes the sides back. So yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. So thank you.
Yeah.
So
with
what
like,
products are you going to use?
for contouring, I will be using our concealers. I'm going to be using our darkest shade of concealer to really contour, and then I'll be using our contour powders as a bronzer powder.
Okay.
Because I usually like to layer those. So there is a difference between contouring and bronzing.
Okay.
Contouring is when you're really carving out the face. You're really like making those lines on the forehead, on the nose, on the cheeks. You're really carving out the face, if you will.
Mhm.
And then a bronzer is going to be typically a powder that you would just kind of brush on the face to give it a more sun-kissed look.
Mhm.
A bronzer is not really contouring, if you will.
Okay.
So with contouring, you always want to use when you're contouring, you're using like a liquid product, or you're using a cream product.
Okay.
yeah.
And it's a matte. There's no shimmer.
Matte. Yes.
Okay.
Contouring, always matte. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. But if you're going to be using a bronzer for the face, you can do shimmer or matte. It doesn't matter. But yeah, for contouring, always matte.
Okay. All right.
I will be using our concealers to contour, our bronzing powder.
Mhm.
And then I'll be using a little blush and some highlight.
Great. I'm so excited. All right. I'll let you go. I'll try not to interrupt too much. I just get excited and want to ask questions.
And I'm gonna be standing a lot. And You
Moving.
you might, yeah, you might not see me some shots, you might just see my hand moving, but.
Perfect. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Thank you, Dawn, for being such a beautiful model.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, oh gosh, compared to Sheldon, I
No
got
comparing.
nothing but eyes on. No.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Hands are clean. Do you mind if I?
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, yeah.
They
I
showed me
always-
their view where they're at. Dawn's looking out over Puget Sound across the water to Seattle, probably, are you?
View.
Right. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful area.
So I usually work out of a palette, but my hand is my palette today.
There you go.
Perfect.
So I'm using our cream color brush here to apply the contour. So I'm just gonna go in lightly, just like this, pick up some color on the brush. And then I'm just gonna take a look at her face here, just to determine where I want to draw that first contour line, as to not draw her face down.
Mhm.
So we wanna start probably from up here, and then we're gonna draw it down like that. So just like that. Just like that. And then on the other side, we wanna make sure it's even, right? No, you're good. Perfect. Okay, beautiful. So we have our two starting lines there.
Mhm.
And you already have a cute nose, so I'm not gonna contour your nose. And
I
then,
know.
do you wanna do your forehead a little bit? You have bangs, so you can't really tell.
You
You
can't
have,
really-
and you have a shorter forehead too, so we probably
Yeah.
don't wanna contour the forehead anyway. So what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do is I'm just gonna go up here a little bit. Contour a little bit of the temple here, and then on the other side, we wanna contour a little bit here.
You see that?
Beautiful.
Okay.
And then we'll do a little bit of the chin. So just right here, and then on the other side.
Okay.
Those marionette lines is what those are. Those marionette, that marionette area, I guess it's not really lines, but it's more of the area that those of us of a more interesting age experience. But that lifting serum and that Voluform repair products makes a huge difference. I am not going to ask Dawn how old she is because that's rude. But many, many years of really great skincare has made a difference.
Yes. And then right now I'm going in with a beauty sponge, and I'm just picking up the rest of the product that was on my hand. Because when you're using a sponge, you want to use it nice and damp. You don't want to use a dry sponge. But
Okay.
you always want to go in, you want to pick up some color before you go in and blend everything out.
Why is that? Is it because it'll pick up all the product and like absorb it?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Yeah, so you want to start picking up product first from like what
Mhm.
you have on your hand or your palette or wherever, and then you want to go in and start blending. Otherwise, this is gonna be like gone because the sponge
Yeah,
really
okay.
absorbs it.
Yeah.
You
It'll
can
grab
use
it.
the
I see.
sponge, but for contouring, like liquid, I always like to use a sponge because it just
Okay.
blends everything seamlessly.
Great.
So then you're just gonna go in and you're just gonna start patting the skin. And it's gonna take a little bit of work and you just have to, you know, keep going and going and going until everything is really nicely blended. And also I should say too, this is after your foundation.
Oh yeah, thank you for saying that.
After your CC cream, after your foundation, whatever base you choose to use.
Mhm. But before powder, because you're going to put a liquid on a liquid.
Correct. This is
Yeah.
all before powder.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you gonna get sleepy, Dawn? I always get sleepy when people do my hair or when they do my makeup. It always makes me so sleepy. I'm like so relaxed. Like you're getting a little massage.
Never had my makeup done before.
So
This
there's,
is awesome.
so you're kind of seeing that now.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow. So was that the light bronze? Which
Uh,
foundation?
The deep one.
This is the deep bronze.
Darkest. What shade of foundation do you wear, Dawn?
This is the cream tip powder in an ivory 4. But
An
I also
ivory
have
4.
ivory N160. So
On 160, that's what I wear too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 6 shades of our concealers, of our Perfecti concealers. They have light diffusing technology, which really, when we came out with these a few years ago and they added that light diffusing, it was like, wow, made a huge difference with our concealers. So it has 6 shades of them. So you're using the darkest of the dark.
Yeah,
Which is
so
super cool.
for contouring, I like to go in with a really deep color. And I know it looks scary, especially if you are very pale, but I promise you, when you blend it out, like it's like,
Yeah.
like it's really not as bad as it looks when you first apply it.
Yeah. Oh, I trusted you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny sometimes, when I do my brides for their wedding day, I go like super heavy with the contour sometimes. And a mom or a grandma will walk in and they're like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
But they're
Like,
scared for.
trust the process. I promise I'm not gonna make her look like a clown.
Scare everybody. I love it. Okay, so somebody asked all over powder before or after contouring. I know we answered the question, but whoever asked that question, could you put your name in? Because it just says iPhone and it would be really nice to know your name. I know we have Teresa and we have Anne. Oh, we have Lisa. Okay, that's Lisa. Okay, never mind. Lisa, that must be you. So Lisa in Seattle, she's Dawn's. Dawn, love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank you for responding and being on tonight. And this is being recorded, just FYI, it is on YouTube, so we will be able to utilize it and consultants will be able to share it in the future. But look at that jawline, like look at that. I mean, it really just gives a
Oh,
a
yeah.
cut to the
Yeah.
jawline. It looks
And
so great.
it starts giving like a really really beautiful shadow effect.
Yeah, yeah, that looks great.
And then you just blend is the key. Really diffuse the color and really just blend it out.
And when I see as you're blending, you're really patting and more of
Yes.
a versus a rubbing.
Yeah, so you don't want to be doing this.
Okay.
You want to be patting everything. Otherwise, you're going to rub the product everywhere. And
Mhm.
you don't want to, what happens when you start rubbing, the product is going to start spilling down.
Moving.
And that's exactly what you do not want. You want to lift the face.
Yeah, okay. And Erica is here from Las Vegas. She's Tracy's in Tracy's client base. So welcome, Erica. And Bridgerton on Netflix is her favorite. Yes, Bridgerton.
Oh,
Super naughty sometimes, Bridgerton. Bridgerton. But what a great storyline, right? Such a great storyline. I haven't watched the most recent season. But it's super fun. Love it. Look at that. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I can't wait to try this.
Okay. And then for under
Mm.
the eyes, and then I'm gonna start using the peach color corrector for under the eyes.
Great. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm just going to throw this question out that Anna asked, but you can answer it when you're done. She asked, where should contour placement be for round faces? So are you going to talk about the different face shapes?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other question she asks was, how do you determine how dark of a contour shade to use? Or do you always use that darkest? Because Dawn's pretty fair, so.
I always go in with a really dark.
Okay.
Yes.
So we all need to start adding those to our inventories.
So the darkest concealer shade we have, which is deep bronze, right? Yeah. So that one is perfect for contouring.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes. And then I'm going to go in with that peach corrector under the eyes.
I love that. The peach tone, that color corrector, when that came out too, I was so happy about that because it just really just takes that redness, ruddiness, blueness, kind of
Mm-hmm.
blue brown and just neutralizes it without it being super covery, right? And
Yep.
heavy.
And then we'll go in with light beige.
So those of you that are clients, how many of you use the or know about the color under eye corrector? It looks just like a concealer. Maybe you could show that really quick. The bottle really quick. It looks just like a concealer. Yeah, there we go.
Here,
But it
sorry.
has a peachy undertone.
Right. But
You guys
yeah,
have sunshine over there. What the heck? We don't have sunshine here.
there's so much sun over here.
All of a sudden.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So
Yeah.
this is the peach one here,
Yeah, I can see that
or like
difference.
a pinky shade, and then this is gonna be your true concealer right here.
I see. Okay, great.
Like that peachy shade versus your concealer.
Which is gonna match her skin tone and then the contour.
Yep, and then the contour is this one here. Yep.
Perfect.
And then we have the,
Anna uses it. Yay, Anna.
and then when I apply it, people, this is how I do it. I just apply it like that before blending it out. And I'm layering this on top of that peach concealer that we had already applied.
So one is for color correction and the other is for actual coverage.
And then I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and then I'm gonna blend everything out. Granted, if you're doing this on your own, you can do it with a finger, you can do it with a brush,
Yeah.
whatever is easiest for you.
And your consultant does have access. One of our products is a beauty blender too that you can ask her about. Lisa Starrett said, so Lisa, you must have been a client for a little while because you remember the yellow corrector. Yes, I remember back in the day we had a yellow corrector. We had a purple one, if I remember correctly, also. So yeah, back in the day. You guys have sunshine down in Seattle and then up north. Chris is way up by Canada. She says they have sun there and I'm in the middle and I have gray gloomies here. So, but I'm with all of you, so I'm not gray and gloomy at all. And I bet in Vegas, you guys are steaming.
Oh God, yeah.
Tracy, I saw your face. Yes, she's steaming in Vegas. My son went to Vegas last weekend, Tracy, and he went to the Sphere. He saw the Grateful Dead. I know it's not the actual Grateful Dead, but you know, and he said it was amazing.
Yeah, looks great.
It looks so good. Look at that. Wow, beautiful.
Like we're bringing light to the face now. And then with that same concealer, that light beige concealer, we can start highlighting more areas.
So did you do so you did the color correct, under eye corrector, but then you did light beige, even though she is more of an ivory tone, ivory skin tone.
Yeah, so I would do, so I think the ivory one is probably gonna be too light.
Okay.
We don't want it to be like really white under the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, and she is a dark one of, you know, towards the darker of the ivory foundations too.
Yeah. And
I
then-
just started doing that, using the different one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah,
go
for sure.
the nose just a tiny little bit, and then the forehead here, and then the chin.
And why those two areas?
So those are the areas that you want to highlight on the face. You want to bring light to those areas of the face.
Okay,
Because we're gonna contour around those.
I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we did that. And then the nose. Here. And the forehead. Yeah, these are the areas. So the center of the face is what you want to have the lightest. So we did the under eyes, We did the nose here, the forehead, and the chin. Those are all
Okay.
kind of the center of the face. You want that to be the lightest part. The perimeter of the face is what you want to contour.
To contour, okay. And would you say that Dawn has, does she have a particular shaped face? Like, you know, there's round, there's oval, there's, I don't know. Or do you do it more by, like forehead?
I usually go by like forehead.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I know where to
Mhm.
contour really and how to
Okay.
contour. But yeah, for someone who has like a longer face, like an oval, maybe you definitely want to like oval faces usually have larger foreheads, right?
Yes, okay, yeah,
Bring the whole perimeter of the forehead, keep the center area light, and then usually for every single person, no matter what face shape you are, you want to contour up. So you never want to like, you know, when some people like tell you to like suck in your cheeks like this.
yes, yeah, and then it's down here. Yeah,
And they tell you like, oh, that's how you know where to contour. So you end up drawing all the way down here. What that's gonna do is that's gonna sag your face down.
yeah. It gives you a skeleton look.
You always want to contour up. So I like to start right from the temple.
Okay,
Bring it like down a little bit, like down and across a little bit. So see how
okay.
there's higher up?
Mhm. Yeah,
You
yeah, it
always
looks great.
cheek contour high, no matter what face shape you have. But for contouring like a round face, you probably don't want to concentrate much on your forehead. You want to keep it more to the temples, cheeks, and down here for sure.
Okay,
Oval face, definitely the forehead and like maybe the chin. I know some people like make like a V here
mhm, okay,
to shorten that chin and make it look like, you know, appear like the face appear a little bit shorter.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, yeah,
I always, like for a square face, for example, same thing, you know, you always want to contour up higher here, the temples, and maybe a little bit of the forehead here, just to kind of have the appearance of like an oval.
yeah. To round it out a little bit.
Round it out a little bit, yeah. But I usually always determine like based on forehead size, where I need it.
Okay. That makes sense.
So cheeks, always the same here, and then forehead really depends on the length of the forehead.
Okay, so Anna has a question. Is the preferred method to highlight application? Oh, wait. It moved right when I was reading. Is the preferred method to highlight first followed by contouring? So you contoured a little bit first and then you went to highlight and then you're going to contour those areas that you highlighted next.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that. Honestly, like the order, I guess, doesn't like really matter.
Oh, it
but-
doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, but that's just as long as you do all your creams first and then like your powder, bronzer, or whatever, that's what really matters.
That's where it matters. Okay, great.
And I always like to contour the cheeks first and then like the forehead and the temple and all that first and the jaw,
Okay.
just to kind of give me an idea of where I need to place like the under eye contour and everything else.
Okay, perfect.
And the forehead too, because sometimes the contour is gonna land a little bit like longer over here. So I need to make sure, figure out like where to place the highlight
I see.
on the forehead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
And Lisa, yes is the answer. There is a ask your consultant for that. We have a guide that a face shape guide. So oh, and your consultant is Dawn, and so Dawn knows exactly where to get that. So she has an exact guide that will show you exactly where to put those based on your face shape and all of that. And then she can walk you through that. And then on skin tone first, she also asked Dawn about skin tone. So everybody on here would use the darkest of the concealers. Now, if you have very dark bronze skin, then that's something, you know, talk to your consultant about. Too.
Yeah, to get you the correct color match, because you don't have to use concealer to do this. You can use foundation as well.
Yeah, the darkers of the foundations, yeah.
So
They're just, you know, I can see why concealers is a good choice just because of the application.
yes,
A little bit easier with the wand to apply versus
sure.
out of a bottle.
yeah, it's much easier. And then for the nose, you want to start, so you basically want to connect where the eyebrow is here and then draw all the way down.
Ooh, interesting.
No, you're good. Okay. Just like that. And then on the other side, same thing. And then if you want to appear the nose a little shorter, you can do one of these. And then you can contour here as well.
Turn your head for us, Dawn. Oh yeah, so just right along the edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sun really came in, didn't it? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that sounds really in.
Mhm.
And then again, we're gonna blend everything.
All the
out.
Seattle lights are like, I gotta go outside.
I know, right?
Whenever the sun comes out here, I'm like, see ya, I'm out.
Mhm.
And blend again. I see the importance of that blending.
Yes. Blending is key. You want to have a seamless contouring. You want to make sure that contour really blends into the foundation you already have on. You
Otherwise, you can have really a muddy look, like
Yeah. 100%.
somebody's gonna walk up to you, like a mom is gonna come up and like lick her finger, and then
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
let me get that for you.
So the nose is really nice and subtle. And now
Yeah.
we're gonna go in with our powder.
Is that the lighter one or the darker one?
This is the lighter one. I don't want to
Oh,
go with too deep of a powder for her.
Okay, so that's the latte.
Yes.
The darker one's called cocoa.
Yes.
So that we have 2 contours and then 2 highlighters. Cocoa is the darker one and latte is the lighter shade.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah, so you just go over it and you just
You go over all the places you conceal, that you contoured.
That's cool.
Yep, so you just go over that and as well like patting motion still, you're just kind of brushing it.
Does that just give it a like a feathery or maybe velvety look, or am I
Yep.
using the right term?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it just kind of feathers everything out, blends everything out nicely, gives everything a sun-kissed finish.
I'm gonna totally do this tomorrow. Y'all gonna try this tomorrow?
No way.
And it gives it more of a lasting power as well. So when you layer your liquids or your creams with the powder, it's gonna make sure that sets in place as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what, Dawn? Once she gets to you to this point, I now noticed your eye color more too. Like your eyes pop more.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it just made a huge difference to your whole look.
And you don't have to use a ton of powder.
Okay.
Just a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah. As is with lots of our products, right? They're all very
Yeah.
concentrated.
And we can go in with some blush.
So there you see all of the shades. We were talking before y'all got on here about our next event. So we'll talk about that. We were talking about shades for summer. So we'll be talking about that. Let you know what's happening in June for our events.
And then for the blush shade, you want to put it higher up from the contour. So you want to put it like right at that cheekbone up here.
Okay.
That's going to help elevate the face as well.
What shade are you using? I'm sorry.
I'm using a mix of these two, pink,
Rosy nude.
rosy nude and juicy peach.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Both of these.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to try that tomorrow too. Love it.
And
So
that's-
rosy nude is like a well, it's a nude. It's a neutral nude, but juicy peach has that. It's not a it's like you can see hot coral is really like, you know, bright. The juicy peach is very I don't know what to call it. It's just like it gives such a youthful, it just has a really youthful color on skin. Look at that. Wow, Dawn. How fun.
Yeah, the peach, I think, just really warms it up too.
Yeah, it warms
Yeah.
everything. And it's a perfect summer shade too.
Yeah.
Looks like someone pinched your cheeks. That's what Michaela said. Poppin' but natural.
Yeah.
Lisa says that Dawn needs to go out tonight. So yeah,
Oh, perfect. And then
Dawn and I are going to go find a happy hour when we're all done here. And I'll meet you. I'll meet you guys down there in the West Seattle area.
yeah, exactly.
You guys have some great restaurants over there.
And then these are the highlights, right? Yes, these two.
Beautiful.
And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a highlight shade. And I'm using the same powder brush for all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, for that bronzer, the blush, and then the highlight.
So yeah, so our brush, you can see in this picture here, it has an interesting shape to it. So it does give you the ability to use the different, it's angled. You can see on where it shows that highlight. So it's angled. The long parts of the bristles that she's using to use that highlighter, the center for the blush, and then down on that bottom edge is where you can use that for contouring.
Yeah.
I do use one. I have a brush I like to use. Like I use one of my cheek color brushes as my contour brush. And then I use the other one for highlighting and blush. For me, I find that I don't know, maybe I don't clean them as often as I should. Don't tell my consultant.
Tracy wants to know where the highlight powder is going.
Yep, highlight powder, that's going, so like right on top of the blush. So the closest to the eye right here. So we're gonna be placing it kind of right on top of the blush at the very highest part of your cheek. That's where.
Not in the eye well area. So you haven't gone into that eye well area, just below that.
Like just right over here, and then you can kind of create like a C shape if you want.
It's pretty.
Yeah, nice. And then I usually like to do some at the tip of the nose as well. So I just kind of like.
Okay.
Like
Your nose shape looks so different.
It's so funny. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
But good. Like it's not like weird different. It's like it just is like gives you just lots of shape. It's super pretty.
But it kind of gives you an idea of like what you can do with your face shape. Like you can completely alter your face shape just by contouring.
Yeah, yeah. It's like accentuating what you have, you know, and it's just like improving what you already have.
Yes.
So pretty.
Yeah. So
Love it.
Color, some nice contour.
Look much
Dawn,
more
what do you like best?
lively now.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I really, I'm sorry, I'm loving the contouring. You know, I was doing it before. However, I never really do it on my chin, and I know I could, but you know, but layering the cream and the
Yeah.
that's of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
you know, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That's something on my eye.
Yeah, it looks so good. All right, you guys. So tell us in the chat what you like the very best too. I'm just making sure I don't have any questions that got
Everything just like is
Yeah,
lifted. you know?
Exactly.
It really did give lift, and your skin just looks so smooth too. It just really, that made a difference too. So I'm sorry, I'm just taking a second just to make sure I'm not forgetting. I like the way the chin contouring lifts the neck. Yeah, Lisa, that's something that I'll do. And I'm going to do that definitely going to do it with with the concealer. Make your eyes pop, Erica says. Hi, Erica. So that's, yeah, I love it, you guys. Okay, we have specials. We have specials for you all. You guys can keep commenting and asking questions if you have any. So, okay, we have specials. So this is what we came up with for you tonight. So this is our Contouring 101 Essentials set. So this has in it your concealer of choice. So if you want to get the concealer that is the darkest one, the deep bronze, is it the dark bronze? Dark bronze, I think is what it's called. Then for contouring, or you can choose one that, the under eye corrector, or you can choose the shade that's right for you for actual concealing. A cheek color, a highlighter, and whichever one of those contour shades, that the powder shades, either latte or cocoa, that your consultant will help you to choose based on your skin tone. And then you get your cheek brush at 50% off. So that is your specials for the night. You can take advantage of those with your consultant. And then, of course, we always have little extra things that we like to talk about whenever we all get together here. And one of them is that we'd love to talk about how you can get free product. And so we talk about the things that are for you to purchase that are a deal for you. So that's the Contouring 101 set. And then we talk about partnering with your consultant. And there's a lot of ways to partner with your consultant. So many different ways. Like it used to be, we've always been a connecting company where we bring women together. And we bring women together now in so many different ways, like I was talking about at the beginning. This is one of them. Did you know that you can tell your consultant, hey, I want to do a Zoom and I want my mom who lives in Indiana, and I want my sister who lives in California, and I want to have my friend who's over there in Florida, and we all want to get together, and your consultant will even send some samples if you ask her. She'll send samples and you can all do them together. So we call that a spa sesh. So a Zoom spa sesh, and it just based on who's on, it depends on what skincare samples will get sent to them, or color samples. You can do one or the other. Also, you can do the same thing, but in a Facebook group. We can put everybody into a Facebook group, and then your consultant can do some posts in there. She can also do that also in a text stream, or in a WhatsApp. So if you are familiar with WhatsApp, a lot of people are, that's another really great way that you can do it, like a simple shopping stream, basically is what it is. It's be able to scroll and shop. She'll drop in some videos, she'll drop in some pictures. Women are very savvy with their products. They really know, most women know what they want. They don't always know how to make the right choice based on what they see as the products, but that's where the consultant can meet those needs. So that's being able to do that through social media. Instagram's another way to do that too. In person has always been our forte and is so much fun. I just have to tell you guys, if you have the opportunity to bring a group of women around a table in front of a tray and a mirror with the products, put their hands in, play with the products. There is something so special about that when you get a group of women together. There's laughter, there's camaraderie, there's connection. It fills a woman's heart. It really does. And you get free product for sharing when you share your consultant. Then you also saw in there an affiliate link. So it's a link that your consultant will send to you, and you can send it out to friends and family. They can scroll through that and they can shop right online. And any of those sales then will go towards some free product for you too. So there's lots of ways to share. And then the other thing we always will share, I will never, ever, ever, ever leave this out when I have the opportunity to be able to talk with women that are our guests, because it's such an important part of who we are as a company and as women who believe in what we do. Mary Kay there's a lot of really good direct selling companies out there, and there's a lot of people that have made a direct sales company some part of their life and have really been able to design a life of their dreams and aligned with their values. But there's nobody like Mary Kay. We have something so special in our company, and it's because we had her. Mary Kay started this company 60 years ago. And she started this company with her values in place and in a way that was so unique, and from a place that's so unique because of her. So if you don't know much about the Mary Kay company, please learn. But one of the things that Mary Kay always taught me and was so new to me when I was a brand new Mary Kay consultant 34 years ago when I was 25, and a special education teacher. So I was already, doing something that was going to be my profession. But I started my Mary Kay business just as a little side gig, which a lot of people do. They'll start it just as a little side gig, make a few extra $100. I need to pay my student loans down. So I used my Mary Kay business to do that. But then I caught a vision, and Mary Kay taught me how to align my work with my values. She always taught, put your faith and your family before your career. And when you do that, everything will work out better, will be more aligned and more aligned to your values, right? And that was such a new concept to me. It took me some time in my life as a young woman and as a young leader to design my life the way I wanted to, and to be able to use this Mary Kay business as a tool. And now here we are in such a different culture, in such a different world, and where many women and families are experiencing right now, us included. We've been talking about this a lot in our training, is how to increase our cash flow, because our outflow has gone up so much with inflation and with insurance going up and all the different things that have gone up. I just went to I went to Sprouts yesterday, and I was thinking maybe Sprouts's prices won't be quite like looking right. I'm like, no, they're the same. So, that's hitting all families. So how can we then take our businesses and adjust the time and the effort that we put into our business in a way that is efficient and effective, matches our values, and raise our income, raise our cash flow? So we've been talking a lot about that in our training, and that's what we get to do with our Mary Kay businesses without compromising our values and our integrity. And that's such a gift. And that is one that Mary Kay gave us and will always have, and will always be part of our company. And then to know the heart of the Mary Kay company, the things that Mary Kay does behind the scenes that is really unique and very special too. I just want you to know that it's a very special place, and you are all welcome. You are all welcome to join us and look at what might be missing, or something that you could grow in your life that a Mary Kay business can do that for you. Have a conversation with your consultant. If she's a new consultant, have a conversation with your consultant, and with one of us as a directors. There's 3 directors on this tonight, and we'd be happy to answer questions. And you can ask the hard ones. I always tell people my job is never to talk somebody into, I'm just not that powerful also. Like, I don't know why somebody would think that, don't talk me into it. Well, I can't talk anybody into anything. You all make your own choices, but I'll share based on the question, what's important to you to know. So ask the hard questions. And plus, as a consultant, we all learn when you ask those hard questions. We all learn. So we would love to share our Mary Kay business with you. Just so you know, it's $35 to get a Mary Kay business started. From there, we really recommend that you order the starter kit too, which is over there, right over there. And that's about $400 worth of product, just under. It comes in the starter kit, and it's 100. No, it's 90. Is it 90, you guys, or is it 95? I can't remember. I think it's 90. Thank you. Thank you for the nods. So you can start a business for 35. Getting a starter kit will give you a lot more choices in what you can do with your business too. But you have 15 days from that $35 start to make that decision. So I always tell people it's a $35 decision. It's not having a baby. It's not getting a tattoo, and it's not getting married. So it's none of those kind of like you want to think about those decisions before those things happen. This one, yes, you want to put some thought to, but don't overthink it, because that's when doubt and fear can get in and make a decision for you. So ask the questions, ask lots of them. Join us. We'd love to have you. And let's do this together. Let's make a difference in the families together. So these are the ways that we get to do business together and get to build a community together. So these are our next upcoming events coming in June. So June 11th, we're going to do Generation Glow. It's going to be skincare across the ages. We have a brand new skincare line that's out for preteens and teens, right in time for all this buzz out there, for all the teens that are spending way too much money and putting products on their skin that are not good for their skin. So know that Mary Kay will always provide very safe products that are, and we make our own products, just so you know. We design and manufacture our own products right down in Dallas, Texas. June 25th, also at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Central. We're going to do a beauty on a budget. And we're going to be look great without breaking the bank. So again, visiting that inflation deal we're all experiencing. And that's going to be circled around some fun summer looks and some fun summer products. So these will all be here on Zoom. We'd love to have you. Better yet, we'd love to have you be a hostess or share or as a consultant and bring some family and friends in to be able to share with too. So, all right, let's see who our comment queen is. And tonight I have a present for the comment queen. It's a little stick product that we all have been hoarding. I've hoarded a few of these. And one, it's a cream product. So it's similar to what Raquel used on Dawn, but it's a cream product. One side is more pearlescent. One side is has more of a gold tone to it. Super fun product. It's a highlighting stick. So pearl and gold. So let's see who our winner is. Oh, Michaela, you're so amazing how she got everybody all in there and all this all so fast. She just makes it happen. Let's see. Lisa! Congratulations, Lisa. All right, I'll make sure that Dawn gives me your and Lisa, were you in the Seattle area? Was it you that was in Seattle? Yeah. So maybe I'll be seeing Dawn on Sunday. So so Dawn, can I just bring this to you and maybe Lisa can come visit us on Sunday. If you're not doing anything on Sunday, we're going to be right where you see Dawn sitting on Sunday afternoon. So come see us. That would be wonderful. Love it. So congratulations to Lisa and thank you to everybody. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I learned a lot. Raquel, you guys are blinded by the light over there. Look at Raquel, it's like glowing in Seattle. That is so crazy. I'm going to come to you. You guys have an awesome night. Thank you, Michaela, for the behind the scenes and all of the gals that are on. We sure appreciate you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.